Alright, today we're going to learn about slope-intercept form. The first vocab word of the day is linear equation. Notice how the word linear has the word line in it. So it means it makes a straight line. This is what a typical linear equation will look like for us here in this section. So there is what's called the y-intercept. We've talked about that in the past. It's where it crosses the y-axis. In the slope-intercept form, though, it is the last part is the part that does not have the x attached to it. The slope is the part that's attached to the x. It is considered to be rise over run. That is review as well. What we're going to do is just practice identifying the slope and y-intercept. So in this first example, if I just write y equals mx plus b underneath it, you will see that the m is 4 and the b is 7. It is that easy to say what the slope and y-intercept is. So on my next one, the formula does call for y equals mx plus b. So this really does need to be a plus sign here. So my b value ends up being -5, my y-intercept is -5, and my slope is 1/4. In the next example, again, I have another minus sign, so I'll change it to plus the opposite. Write y equals mx plus b underneath it. This is my b, and this is my m. So my m is -2/3, and my b is -1. In the next example here, I have an imaginary number that's right here. There's a hidden 1 there. It is actually a -1, so my slope is -1, and my b is 10. On this one, the y-intercept is missing, but it's like having a +0. So on this one, my slope is 5/7, and my b is 0. In this last example here, the x part's missing, so it really says 0x minus 9 or plus -9. So my slope would be 0 in this problem, and my b -9. For the next part, what we're going to be doing is we're going to graph these into the correct form. So we're going to rewrite these into y equals mx plus b form, and then we're going to find the slope and y-intercept, and we're going to graph using slope and y-intercept. So in order to get y by itself, you'll notice that I've got to move the 3x to the other side. So when I do that, I get y equals 3x plus 5. Looking at this, my slope ends up being 3, and my y-intercept is 5. You always graph this part first, so I'll graph this first. So my b is 5. From here, you do rise over run. So my rise is 3, and my run is a 1, 3 over 1. So I'll go up 3 over 1. I'm not going to do that again, but I could. I'm running out of space there. But it could also go down 3 to the left 1. Notice that still creates my positive slope. And you can do that as many times as you would like. For this next example, I'm going to need to solve for the y first again. And when I do that, I'll subtract 2x. So I get y equals -2x minus 3. My m is -2, and my b is -3. In order to graph this, I need to make this a fraction, so it does say rise over run. So I'm going to start here at -3, and since I have a -2, I'll go down 2 and to the right 1. That creates that negative slope because it's going down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, or I could have gone up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1. Whichever way I go, either down 2 to the right 1 or up 2 to the left 1, it creates that down slope. My next example, I don't have just a plain old y, I have a negative y, so I'll have to move my 4x to the other side first. So I've got a negative y equals -4x plus -3. Notice I'm always writing the x part first, so that it looks like y equals mx plus b. Divide by -1 everywhere, and that gives me y equals 4x plus 3. My slope then ends up being 4, and my b is 3. Again, I need to make this a fraction, so I'll make it 4 over 1, so I can have rise over run. My b is 3. Up 4 over 1, up 4, there's no more space, so I won't do that one. Or I could go down 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 to the left 1. Connect my dots. There's my line with a positive slope. Example, I need to get y by itself, but it's much like the last one, so we'll just go ahead and skip this problem. We'll look at this next one. Let's solve for y. So I'll add 4x to both sides. Negative 2y equals 4x plus 8. I'll divide by negative 2 everywhere to get the y completely by itself. So I end up with y equals, that'd be a negative 2x and a minus 4. So my slope is negative 2 and my b is negative 4. So I'll plot negative 4. This is rise over run. Continue to put that over 1 to make it a fraction. Down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1, down 2 to the right 1. Or I could have gone up 2 to the left 1, up 2 to the left 1. You know you're doing it correctly because you've got negative slope and it's going down. This will be my last example that I do. In this example, I'm going to solve for y. So I get 2y equals 3x plus negative 6. Divide by 2. Y equals 3/2 x plus negative 3. Now on this one I already created a fraction, so I won't have to write it as rise over run. It already is rise over run. And my b is negative 3. So I'll go ahead and plot my negative 3 first. I'll go up 3 and over 2, up 3 and over 2, or I could go down 3 to the left 2. I know I'm correct because my slope is positive slope. We can do more examples in class if you still need some assistance with this.